Welcome back to Coach Talk. Hi, LJ.
Hi, Dave. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Coach Talk with Dave and LJ.
We are remote, so sometimes we're together. Like a few days back, we were together, and today we're just remote. So we're just talking over a phone line, and it doesn't really matter. We still get the message across, which is a great thing. What do you think about that, LJ?
Well, you know what? I love that we're embracing technology and we can still give our listeners what they love to hear, because we know that there's a couple of times where we've been delayed in releasing the podcast because of commitments on either side. But this way, we are still here plugging away, doing what we love. And we hope that you enjoy it as much as we enjoy doing this for you.
We plug away. It was funny because before we caught up earlier today, I was thinking, yeah, one thing I was going to say when we start the podcast intro, for some reason, you know how my brain works, I was thinking about play school when they go, and today is Friday, and which window will we look through today? And I don't know why, and I had the play school music in the back of my head, and I thought, oh, I've got to get a grip. I need to make myself a coffee and just get that one out of the head and let's go. So I won't play the play school music today.
Or is that the Bears in there thing?
There's a bear in there. See, now you've got me going through it. It's going to be in my head for the whole podcast, and a chair as well.
Welcome to Coach Talk, everybody, and the Bear's in there.
The things that we talk about. So Coach Talk is very raw, unscripted. We just talk about what we talk about, and we have a bit of a chat. So, which
what
leads
have you got
me
for me today?
Well, today I've got a little bit of a story.
Oh, I love story time with Dave.
Welcome to Story Time with Dave. So I've got a bit of a story, and then it leads into what our topic will be for our podcast today. So are you ready, LJ, to sit back and relax and listen to this awesome story that I've got?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's do this.
I'm sure some of the people out there would have heard about this, and it's a bit of a story, I'm sure, and some people haven't, but there is a reason I like this story, and I'll go through it. So there was this lady. She was an elderly lady, probably around about 80 years old, and she was sitting at home with her poodle, and she decided that I'm probably not going to live much longer, so I might just go and travel the world and have a bit of a look around and experience life. But you know what? I don't want to leave my dog at home. So I'll take my poodle with me. No worries. So she books a flight, and her first stop was going to be Africa. She's never seen Africa. She's never seen the wonders and the animals and the jungle and everything else. So jumps on a plane with her dog, her poodle, and off they go. They land in Africa, and they're just having a great time. They're looking at the most amazing sunsets and the wildlife and everything else. So she's in this stunning jungle area, and the dog wanders off and disappears, and oh my goodness, where's my dog? So this poodle's walking along this lonely little track, and further down this path, and I'll just say bush path because I'm an Aussie, further down the path, this poodle spots this massive lion, and the lion sees the poodle, and the lion thinks, this is fantastic. Oh, I told you, this is going to be a free meal. So the lion just crouches down, starts gaining speed quicker and quicker, and it's at a full run towards this poodle with mouth open, teeth gaping, ready to just devour this tiny dog. So the poodle turns around, sits down, and puts his back to the lion and ignores the lion. The lion's at a full run, nearing this poodle, and just mid-air, in the air, claws are outstretched. The poodle says, I like lion. They taste really good. It's my favourite type of food. I love it. So the lion screeches to a halt and quietly backs away, thinking, oh my goodness, I could have just been devoured by this amazing animal that eats lions. I'm just going to just disappear. I don't want to be eaten. So the lion disappears. At the time this happened, there was a monkey sitting in the tree, right? So there's monkeys in the tree, and the monkey sees the whole thing. And the monkey thinks, you know what, I can get some leverage out of this, because I know for a fact that poodle was just panicking, and there's no way that poodles eat lions. So not going to happen. So the monkey, who normally does not have a good relationship with the lion, thinks, I'll get some benefit from this. So the monkey goes to the lion and says, you've been hoodwinked. This is not true. That little dog does not eat lion. So I tell you what, you need to sort something out because you've just been fooled and you could have had a free meal out of this. The lion says, that's it. That's it. We're just going to go back and we're going to sort this out now. Jump on my back. You're coming with me and we're going to find this poodle and we're just going to destroy it. We're going to devour it. We're going to eat it. No worries. So the monkey now is aligned with the lion. So the monkey jumps on the lion's back. Off they go through the forest and the bush tracks and they come across the poodle, who's still lost, can't find its owner. And the lion thinks, great, this is it. It's now time for my poodle meal. Hang on. So the monkey hangs on. The lion slowly starts to walk and then trot and then gallop. And the lion is at a full run, full pace at warp factor speed, heading towards this poodle. So the poodle sits down, faces the other way, looks away from the lion. The lion is just about to leap mid-air with claws out, teeth out, mouth open, and the poodle says, "Where's that monkey? I sent him away an hour ago to get me another lion." So the moral of the story is, if you can't be brilliant, baffle them with bullshit. And the disclaimer here is, okay, we don't normally swear on Coach Talk, and I know what I say may not agree with what LJ says, but I said the word bullshit. So, but it's the moral of the story. If you can't be brilliant, baffle them. And it leads into something I was thinking about earlier.
Fake it till you make it, isn't it?
You fake it till you make it. And how many times have you heard that in a coaching sense, where if you want to be someone, you want to be something, you want to move into an area of business or sport or anything you want to achieve, if you're not there yet, you still walk into a room like you are.
Absolutely. We heard, that's so good. We heard recently that with some of the bits and pieces we've been doing and educating ourselves with, that you can borrow confidence until you're adamant with where you're headed. And I really loved that. And I think that that's what brings up when you tell me about this story. So it's not so much faking it till you're making it. It's borrow the confidence that you need to face your fears.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen people walk into rooms with great knowledge and great ability, and they haven't been able to transpose that into working with people because they still show their nervousness and people say, oh, I'm really not sure if I want to work with you or whether we're going to have a relationship here, because of they know their stuff, they can do their stuff, but they don't come across like that. And I've seen the opposite to that, where people are still not 100% on top of their game because they haven't got all of the knowledge they want, but they walk into a room or walk into an area like they already are there, and suddenly they get what they want, they get what they need, they achieve, they get relationships, they still continue to learn, educate themselves and become the best at what they can be, but they walk in as if they are already doing it. And I find it's a massive difference to knowing it all and not being able to deliver, versus have faith in yourself and walk in like you're doing it already. And it creates, once again, those neural pathways that in your mind, and it helps you keep achieving, keep learning until you are there.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Wow. That's a really good story. I like story time with Dave.
Oh, thanks, LJ. I had a guy, and I'm involved in boxing, so for people that don't know a lot about me, I love my boxing, and I was involved as a Olympic qualified referee, and I've been blessed. I've been sent all around the world to referee international amateur boxing, which is great. I've moved on from that, and I still am currently involved in training, mentoring, and working with officials, referees and judges in the boxing world around the world to help bring them up to the best that they can be, which is great. And
so good.
It's so good. And part of that also is I'm blessed. I get to run tournaments in Australia as well. So I get to oversee or supervise at times national championships. I did the Australian Masters Games just recently. I was in Adelaide a couple of months ago, and I ran their state titles for guys looking for a selection to move through the pathway to Olympics. So I meet a lot of wonderful people through the boxing scene, with coaches, athletes, public, and other people. And there was
You're
one.
like a supercharged V8, just with everything under the hood, aren't you?
No, I just love to do things and just keep doing stuff. And
You just
so,
you just got all the hidden good stuff underneath the bonnet where no one can see it, but it's all there.
well, if you want to do something in life, you find time. You can find time to do what your passions are. You just have to work out a strategy and work on
That's so
getting there.
true.
And we can all do that. Everyone can do it. So I was at the state titles in Adelaide a few months ago, and there was a guy, a younger guy, very, very talented boxer. He had an off day. His day wasn't his. So he didn't win his bout, which would have then got him in towards a selection for a national team, which then would be a pathway to going into competing overseas to then get selection for Olympics. So he missed out, and it was early stages for him just to win a state title. But very talented young man. He didn't have a good day, and he didn't win his bout, which is fine because he didn't deserve to win as well. He did lose the bout. But he was, of course, he was a bit upset by it, and he was just a bit flat. And his parents, who know me, they asked me, "What can I do here to help him a little bit? Help him just, because he was like, I don't know if I want to keep going, and I don't know if I want to do this anymore." And it's like anybody in sport or business or anything, we all get to a stage where it just overwhelms us, and we can say, "That's it. I just don't want to do this anymore." And that is and you know, LJ, that is the time where, as a coach, that's the best time to be, because that's when you push through. And we talked about this a few podcasts ago. What is
Yeah,
in
we
the way
did.
is the way.
And that's actually when we as coaches need to be at our best for it, the people that are
Yeah,
relying on us to help them get through.
yeah, yeah, totally, totally. So he didn't see that as an opportunity. He just saw that I've hit a wall, I've hit a blockage. I don't know if I want to go through this anymore, because, as an elite athlete, the time they put in with diet, exercise, lack of social life, especially with boxers, they've got to make weight within a small weight category. They're putting their whole lives on hold to continually do this sport and keep going. And it's an amazing effort to see what a boxer can do. It's just fantastic. I love the sport. It's fantastic. So he was at a wall. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure how to go from here. It was just one of these moments. So without going into a lot of stuff, I said, "Can I give you something that I want you to do for a couple of weeks, and just do this every day? Here's a challenge," and I love challenges. Do this every day, and I just want you to see how you feel after 2 weeks, and take a break, take a week or so off from training, and doing any training work and pad work and gym work. But every day I want you to do this one thing for me." And he said, "Okay." I said, "Right, so whenever you are at home or whenever you are in public, anywhere you are, every time you go to the bathroom, you go to the toilet, and you wash your hands, you look in the mirror and you look at yourself and say, 'I am a boxer.' That's all I want you to do. I am a boxer." And that's it. So for him, it was just reminding himself of who he is. So he'd stepped out of a little bit of who he was because he had a loss, and he thought he was going to go further than he did. And the guy's fairly young. He's got a lot of time ahead of him to achieve where he wants to be. But he stepped out of his role. He stepped out of who he thought he was. So I wanted to bring him back to the present. I am a boxer. So I said 2 weeks, every single day, when you go to the loo and you've got a mirror in front of you, you say it out loud, "I am a boxer." And you can do this with any athlete. I am a cricketer. I am a footballer. I am a table tennis player. Anyone who's an elite athlete, you need to sometimes remind yourself of where you are at and bring yourself back to where you are right now. He said, "Okay, I can do that." So the good thing about it was, suddenly his distress had faded a little bit. He was thinking about possibility. He was looking into doing this, and it's creating that strength in his mind of who he actually is. So 2 weeks later, his parents contacted me, not him. 2 weeks later, he's back in the gym. He's working hard. He's fine. He's actually fine. Looking forward to his next bout. It's going to be coming up. he'd overcome it. He'd pushed through that disappointment of one loss. And any athlete, any person that gets to the best in their sport or field, and even business, I guess, they will have losses all along the way. There is no boxer that goes from amateur status to professional that has not had a loss in their book, or lots of losses. So there are boxers. You look in their books. They have wins and losses, and then they move up, and they become the best they can be. He's the same. He will have losses in his book. It doesn't mean his career is over unless he wants to give up and do something else. But he wanted to keep going and be the best he could be. So he did. He stood in front of his mirror 2-3 times a day. I am a boxer. And he walked back into it. And he walked out of it. He walked back into it. And I've got no doubt, and I'll certainly keep an eye on him as his career goes forward. I've got no doubt he's going to be an exceptional athlete in Australian sport. And simple strategies like that really take you a long way. And I know that joke about the lion and the poodle, I know it's a bit of a joke, but it's the same sort of thing. You can talk yourself into being who you want to be purely by being positive. And if something doesn't work for you, create a strategy, a simple strategy, where you can then walk into how you want to be, how you want to show up, how you want to feel about yourself, and how you want people to see you.
Absolutely. Oh, it's so timely, especially coming up to the end of the year. I think
Yeah,
when we're all going through a review of what's gone on, what we've loved, what we have learned, what we didn't love, how we want next year to be. So we
yeah,
all have this opportunity to do the mirror talk. I love that you've referenced the high end athletes because that's the space that we play in.
yeah,
However, I'd like to encourage everybody at any level, whether you're a parent trying to help a teenager go through a difficult place, that's a really good strategy to help them feel better about themselves. Because my heart goes out to teenagers. It's tough growing up. It's tough. It's tough being a mandrake plant. If I can reference Harry Potter, everyone who's seen Harry Potter film where they're repotting the mandrake plant, and I think we've
yep,
talked about this before, where you pull the plant out, it screams away until you put it into the new pot and you cover it up in dirt and you make it all nice and comfy. That's growth. That's like the best example of growth that I've ever seen. And teenagers particularly, they grow out of their pots like every week.
mm,
But
yeah,
and then as adults watching our teenagers go through the pot process, we have to grow with them too. So I really love that you've given us a really simple strategy, especially coming into the holidays where we're going to be together again because school's out. What a great strategy that we can all use to support our family, our friends, our kids, anybody in our circle that just needs a simple reminder that they've got this and we've got you.
we have definitely got you. The mandrake plants. Okay, confession time for me. And you know this.
You still haven't watched Harry Potter,
I've
have you?
never watched a Harry Potter movie. I've never seen. I've
Oh,
seen bits and pieces here and there, and it's not too bad. And I've read a little bit, but I've never seen a Harry Potter movie. So LJ, I got LJ to explain to me what a mandrake plant was, which the analogy is fantastic because there was a little bit of a hiccup in something with me a little while ago, and you, LJ, said you are now going to be the mandrake plant, and I'm not sure if you remember this or not, and I said to you, what is the mandrake plant? And you explained it to me. Pull you out of the existing pot, you're going to be screaming, and when we repot you, you calm down and you grow and you have growth. That is I love it, and that's what you did for me a couple of months ago. You repotted me, and
but
you
you're
did.
going to get a Harry Potter DVD for Christmas now, don't you?
Yeah, which one? I'm sure they're fantastic, and I can talk about names in Harry Potter, or I can talk about Gryffindor and all this sort of stuff. But I've never seen a movie. But you did, and this is where we're great. We do things for each other. You repotted me, which was great, and I started to grow again, which is a wonderful thing. I like it, and coming into Christmas and then moving into next year, like you just said, it's really timely for people to look. I'm not a fan of New Year's resolutions. For me, I'm just not, because generally, statistically, they don't last. people say, I'm going to lose 10 pounds or 3 kilos, or I'm going to do this, or why wait? Why do you wait till the first of the new year, and then I'm going to go to the gym, and the novelty wears off after a week or 2 or 3 or a month, whatever it is,
Absolutely.
and then you're back to where you were. So I'm not a fan of that. But what I do like is coming into Christmas and moving into the new year. For me, I would like to encourage, and I do this myself, is where do I want to be? Who do I want to be? And how do I want to show up? And for that, it's
Absolutely.
easier to do that than just go, you know what, I'm just going to lose 10 kilos. And there's no strategy, there's no longevity, there's no plan. And when you hit your first wall, so many people with their New Year's resolutions go, oh, well, it didn't work out, so I'll just wait until next year, January 1, and I'll make another one. Well, no, you won't. Why don't you make a plan now and think about who you want to be, where do you want to be, how do you see yourself, all these things, and make a strategy and walk into it. And as you walk into it, you will become it, because that's what you're focusing on. And like our previous podcast, what you focus on is what you get.
Yeah,
So
100%.
it's a timely thing, I think, for us, LJ. What do you reckon?
Absolutely. And I really love, like, I'm a silver linings girl anyway, but
Yeah.
anytime we hit a challenge in our space, regardless of whether it's work, home, professional, financial, spiritual, whenever you find a challenge, if we flip and reframe it, it's actually giving us a great opportunity to review and go, how much does this goal really mean to me? Because if I'm really connected to it, if it's something that I'm focused wholeheartedly on achieving, I'm going to push through. And this challenge that I've got now, I'm going to find a way. If it's a goal that's not connected with you and doesn't resonate with you, you'll find every excuse under the sun. You'll go below the line and you'll let the goal slide, and you'll get up tomorrow and just go, oh yeah, I didn't make it.
Yeah.
So please embrace challenges. If we reframe them, they're not as tricky, because challenges are just opportunities for growth and to find solutions you haven't found yet.
And the solutions are out there.
100% they are.
Yeah.
And I really love that we've talked about the New Year's resolution, because I'm a new day resolution. Every day is a new opportunity to make the most of your world. And it's not about being better in 12 months' time. Be better tomorrow.
I love
Be
it.
better tomorrow than you were today,
Yeah.
because ultimately that's the only thing we can control.
Absolutely. I love that. That is so relevant for this time of the year. And if people out there really, if they want to do a New Year's resolution, they can. And if they want to do that, or they're used to doing that, then let's add a bit of a wrinkle to it and use this period now up until the start of January to try a few hats on, try a different hat here and there to see which hat fits. And what I mean by that is pick something that you would like to be, or where you want to be, and walk into it and see how you feel about it and see how it resonates with you. So it could be something really easy. It could be a challenge at work, could be anything in sport, whatever. Pick something and walk into that and see how you feel.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
you can start now, but if you want to start on January 1, you can. There's no problem with that. But I just think, and I know you do too, if there's something needs to be done with a change, or you want to do something, do it now. Take action. And we are so big, aren't we, on taking action and getting it done.
Action's everything.
Yeah.
Action is everything.
Yeah.
But I just had a thought. My challenge for the week, if I can put it out there,
Yeah.
I would love to challenge everybody to try for the week, looking into the mirror and projecting and talking themselves into a better version of them,
Yeah.
regardless of what your mantra is going to be, regardless of what you're trying to improve. Do the self-talk in the mirror. It really does work. And also, if you loved the topic that we've sort of covered briefly tonight, tune into the next episode, because have I got gold for you that'll take you into the new year?
Have you got
I
gold
have got
for
gold.
us? Really?
And you know, because
That sounds really interesting, because I like it when you say, I've got gold for you. Because then I get excited and I'm thinking, well, you've got something for us, which is really cool.
I've got something really, really awesome up my sleeve that I'd love to go through with you all. So your challenge is get into the mirror, self-talk, embrace your challenges
Love it.
because the solutions are there. And we will unpack a really great way to help you find solutions in the next episode. So stay
I
tuned.
love it. Thank you so much. And as always, I do spring this on you. You can contact us, everybody, on our website at
coachtalk.com.au.
and our platforms for our podcasts are.
Oh, like we're everywhere. Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple and Play Store Music. I think that's it.
I tried to trip you up and you just went bang and you just hit the ball out of the park and did it so easy. So congratulations, LJ. You did a good job with it.
Thank you so much. And thank you for story time with Dave. I always love it when you come up with some stories.
It was awesome. Thank you. And we will be talking to other people. Keep the feedback coming. We love hearing from you. It's fantastic. And have a great day, LJ, and everybody out there.
Have an amazing day and an amazing week. And keep the feedback coming. We love it.
Yeah, we do. And we're talking to you soon.
Take care, everyone.
See you now. Bye now.
Bye.